Practically Imperfect Ohio Mom here with a video of my kitchen remodel from 2020. We bought this 1950s ranch in the year 2000 and have done several renovations up to this point, but never to this extent. I immediately had a vision for this space and I drew it out, and typically I'll draw and then Glenn makes it come to life with all the proper materials and numbers. We knew demo was going to be a big challenge, removing walls, flooring, and cabinets. We removed knotty pine from the walls that we knew we wanted to salvage for a later project, and then all of the sheetrock from 2 of the 4 walls in the kitchen. When we removed this wall, I was so excited to find a 4-foot deep cavity over our basement steps. I knew I couldn't let that go to waste. I took to the notebook paper that you see here with the measurements, and I immediately designed a new pantry for that wasted space. Glenn built this awesome cabinet for the pantry out of plywood in the shop. So we had to figure out how we were going to get it from the shop into the kitchen, because at this time we couldn't just call up our friends and family and say, "Hey guys, come on over, help us carry this really heavy cabinet into the house." We were all still in quarantine. So we decided to put it on his table saw, roll it to the front porch, shove it off onto the front porch, and roll it through the door. Once we got it to the kitchen there in that third picture, you can see we had to still raise it up to put it into the cavity in the wall. That's where the bottom picture comes in. We used a floor jack, some pieces of wood, and 4 5-gallon buckets of paint. Don't ask me how we did it. I'm glad there's no video, but it got in and it's perfect. Because of the depth of our new pantry, we decided to put all 3 drawers on sliders. After running wiring for all of the new outlets and light fixtures, we decided to go ahead and start putting the shiplap on the 2 walls. And as you can see, that became a family affair. Once the walls were all completed, it was time for new paint and trim. We decided to go with this beautiful navy blue from Sherwin-Williams. Next in the process, we would conquer the flooring. We pulled up the old vinyl carpet and there was no hardwood floor underneath, so we knew that we would put in a laminate flooring that looks like hardwood floors. But what you're seeing in the second picture with the yellow circle is a bump that we encountered in the floor. It doesn't look like it in the picture, but you could definitely feel it, and our flooring was not sitting level. So we had to buy leveler and get a little creative with some things that we put underneath the flooring to kind of level that bump out. But in the end, it worked out and the floor is absolutely beautiful. We decided to go with 5 new gooseneck lamps all around the kitchen to provide more light over the preparation surface, over by the island and the microwave. And then I really wanted a light fixture that I saw online that looks like this 4th picture. And it just was outrageous at like $200 and some odd, which I know that doesn't sound outrageous for a lot of you, but when you know you can make it yourself, it's crazy. So I again whipped out my notebook, drew up some plans, ordered all the parts, and this is the light fixture that Glenn and I were able to put together ourselves, looking very similar to the one that I saw online. Now, I had just stripped down these cabinets and restained them 2 years prior to this adventure, and I wasn't about to do it again until we got everything started coming together, and I said there's no way that these cabinets can stay this color. So I took to stripping them down, sanding them down, and I restained them all again in barnwood gray, and I couldn't be happier with how they turned out, but boy, was that a pain. I forgot to mention in the last clip, you saw the cabinet to the right of the stove. Glenn built that from scratch. So that was a brand new cabinet addition as well. In this group of pictures, this is where we salvaged all of the knotty pine that was on the walls that I said we were going to save for a later project. This is the project. This is going to be our new kitchen island. After taking out hundreds of nails and planing down the wood from the kitchen walls, we were able to build this island completely out of reclaimed wood. Except for the top, we did order from a hardware store. It is a 5-foot piece of live edge acacia, and it is just simply stunning. But everything else came from the salvaged wood from the original kitchen. After spending a great deal of time looking online for a plan that I thought would work for an island that I wanted, I just couldn't find anything that was together that spoke to me. So I took several design ideas from other islands that I saw, mainly on Pinterest, and I put them all together and I designed this island, again, just to kind of fit my needs. In the front, you'll see there are 3 drawers up at the top, 4 crates. Those I envisioned for produce, potatoes, that kind of thing, so that they had air to breathe. And then the bottom, of course, for storage, you'll see I have my chargers there. Now, on the back side of this island, it's really unique because I designed it on wheels to pull out from this wall. It can go into the middle of the room, and we can actually seat 3 people at the back side of the island. I designed it so in the back, there's room for your knees, there's room to store stools back there. So it is a really unique piece, and the wheels make it easy to pull out and push back, and you can see they have locks on them, so I can always lock it in place. I just love this piece. We're really, really proud of it. So everything you've seen here in this video took about 8 months, and we've continuously been working on this project. As you can see, the door that's over the pantry, over the island in the first picture there, that door was also made from the reclaimed wood from the walls. So everything you see, I think, except for the frame was a piece of cedar that we had, and then all of the diagonal boards were the boards from the wall. So we did that all ourselves, got the hardware for a barn door, and again, the pantry is behind there. The reason we decided not to take it all the way to the floor like the original design is so that we could put that island there, so that we could make the island 5 feet long, so that we had plenty of counter space. And in order to do that, we had to shorten the pantry door, but it worked out very well. Since then, we have done some touch-ups, some repair work to some of the crown molding, and also I stripped down the back door that you see in some of the pictures. You'll see that in some of my earlier videos. So this is a constant project, just like home ownership, always a project. But I did want to share this process with you because it is one that really is near and dear to my heart. In such a weird time that we were having during that year, it was so nice that we were able to focus all of our energy into something as a family. So all 3 of us worked on this together. Presley was a big part, and it was just a really good project. And in the end, we absolutely love it. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed.